Hi guys, it's your boy The H once again. Let's talk about boxing. Let's get straight into it. Dereck Chisora versus David Price is coming up very soon as the co-main event of the Regis Prograis versus Josh Taylor fight. I will be doing a video about that fight as well. Don't worry about that. That'll be coming probably within this week. So let's get straight into it. A lot has been said and a lot is continue to be said about their records. Dereck Chisora losing 9 times and David Price losing 6 times. Let's be fair, first of all. So he hasn't lost to 9 different people, which is all right. It's lost to 7. He's fought Dillian Whyte twice and Tyson Fury twice. So if you look at that record, you think, oh, he's lost 9 times to 9 different people. No, he hasn't lost 9 different people. He took 2 rematches, lost both of them. That is obviously not great. And to be fair to David Price, he did the same thing with Tony Thompson. He fought Tony Thompson twice, lost to him twice. Let's first go on records and then I'll go into the actual deep analysis and pressure of fighting and boxing, all that kind of stuff. So, Price, from memory, is lost to Turpal, no, Erkel Turpal, Turkish boxer, European level, to be honest. I'm trying to think. I'm not going to get all of his losses on here. Tony Thompson twice, Povetkin and Kuzmin. They're the main ones. So yeah, so Kuzmin, but obviously Kuzmin's underrated. That was going to happen. Outclassed him. Povetkin, do you know what? Price actually, if memory serves right, I think he slightly rocked Povetkin. This would have been what, 2 and a bit years ago, maybe a bit more now. And then obviously Povetkin got a devastating left hook. We've all seen the gifs, we've all seen the videos. Left hook knocked Price straight spark out. It was literally one of those unconscious ones as well, if I'm remembering correctly. So that was devastating. Weirdly, the parallel goes to Dillian Whyte and Chisora. So the second fight, once again, a lot of people had Chisora winning it. I think Chisora definitely was winning the first one and definitely should have got a decision in the first fight. But anyway, in the second fight, he was up, I believe, by 1 or 2 rounds. And then what happened was, I don't even say left his chin out because he didn't really. He was defending normally. But then Dillian did a step back and then he got the left hook in and that just floored and knocked out Chisora. But obviously, based on it, a lot of people say Price has a weak chin because obviously Thompson knocked him out twice. Kuzmin dropped him. So based on chin, I think you've got to give it to Dereck Chisora. Obviously David Haye beat him as well. But then Tyson Fury made it. Basically, Tyson Fury, when he fought Chisora, if you watch, first fight was close-ish. Second fight, he made him retire on the stool. He just tired him out, peppered him with punches. And I think what it was Chisora wasn't as fit as he is now. And also definitely didn't have a stamina. If you look, he was a bit more rotund. Had a bit more body fat about him. And I think Chisora honestly just thought, oh, this guy isn't going to hurt me, so I can just walk through him. But the problem was, when he was trying to walk through him, he just wasn't getting close. Watch the second fight, Tyson Fury. That's when Tyson Fury was becoming more of the fighter we know now. The boxer, the pointer and mover, uses the angles, uses the movements. He's always looking for a different entry, a different exit. He's going to jab you and move. He's going to use a pneumatic jab, plus he's going to move out of the way quickly. He's going to hit you like Lomachenko and then move with different angles. He's gonna feint, he's gonna laugh at you in your face. Do you know what I mean? Like, as much as some people think he's boring, at the end of the day, I've always enjoyed his boxers. It's funny because a lot of people really don't get it. Boxing is to hit and not get hit, right? And if you look at boxers like Floyd Mayweather, Usyk will take a few punches, don't get twisted, he's not the same level, but he still likes to box, but obviously he'll take a few punches. But let's say Lomachenko, Mayweather, Terence Crawford, to a certain extent, he definitely likes to hit without getting hit, but sometimes he does take a few as well. But Tevin Farmer, guys, are you guys watching Tevin Farmer lately? Tevin Farmer has been criticised his last 2 fights for hitting and not getting hit, but that's the whole premise of boxing. Like, rest in peace Patrick Day, but Patrick Day, he had a war, if you guys watched that fight with Charles Conwell. It's a 10-round war and it did cost him his life. I'm not saying obviously every 10-round war or even 12-round war is going to cost your life, but the more rounds you do, the more damage inflicted on your brain, the more punches inflicted on your cerebellum, on your cranium, the more critical damage and possibilities of CTE, concussions. It's going to give you a higher chance of getting Alzheimer's, dementia, both, or possibly dying young, being put in a coma, brain damage. Do you guys know what I mean? So I've never I've never been susceptible to that talk where, oh, it's more exciting watching a Hatton versus a Mayweather. Like, Hatton was cool, like, I used to like Hatton, but I knew Mayweather would win because I was watching all of Mayweather's fights from when he was Pretty Boy Floyd and then became the Money Mayweather character. I literally grew up in that era. I think I was in either high school or just getting to college, but I remember it clearly. I thinking, oh, I wanted Hatton to win, don't get twisted, because he was English basically. But now, to be honest, if it happened now, I'd want Mayweather to win because when you're young, you go with the crowd and whatever else is saying, what your mates are saying. But in terms of boxing skill, it was a different level, wasn't it? Let's be honest. Mayweather still, that's hence why he was undefeated and the only person to ever beat Canelo, who's one of the best now, probably one of the best of all time. Anyway, sorry for deferring a little bit, but I have to get into that because a lot of people, especially boxing, not all boxing fans, especially not the hardcores, but the casual boxing fans, as people call them, and I know there's fans who just don't know as much, but a lot of people just want to see people just get torn up. And don't get twisted, when I was young, I was exactly the same to a certain extent. I remember watching Ultimate Knockouts. My dad actually got me DVDs called the Ultimate Knockouts, which is UFC knockouts, before everyone ever knew what MMA really was, when I was about, I don't know, 12, 13, I would say 11, but it'd be about 12, 13. And it was fun watching it. But as I'm older, I'm a grown-ass man who obviously trains MMA myself, and I read about CTE and I read about concussion protocols, and I see so many people like the Watsons, the McClellans, and then people die, like Mike Towell, rest in peace as well, like Patrick Day, rest in peace. Obviously makes you think twice. Obviously makes you think, yeah, hit, don't get hit. You've got a family, it's a job as well as fun, but more than anything, it is a job. Anyway, let's get back into it. So Tyson Fury was doing that, hitting and not getting hit, but Chisora made Chisora retire and restore. Chisora obviously lost to Dillian White. Like I said, the first fight I think you could have given to him if you're being completely fair and honest. Second fight, it was a lot closer. I can see it for both ways, so I'm not going to get into that right now. But obviously Dillian White won by devastating KO. I actually won money on that. I didn't think it happened, but I won money on that because I did bet on that outcome. I'm trying to think. Spilka, he KO'd, he sparked out really nicely. Gashi couldn't really get into it too much because Gashi was basically, he wasn't moving either. He was just walking backwards and trying not to engage the whole fight, so that was quite boring. Yeah, do you know what? I give it to Chisora. I give it to Chisora. Basically, he lost to Kabiel a few years ago. I think he lost to Pulev as well. Let's not forget that. So Chisora has lost to some other good names. Kabiel was European, I think, champion at the time. And he beat him, I want to say it was a decision. I can't remember. I think it might be a majority. Was it majority decision? It was either a majority decision or something. It was quite close as well. Some people had Chisora winning that. I did have Kabiel winning that one, to be fair. Helene just completely robbed him. So if you look at Chisora, he's actually gone. You could say that the first Dillian White fight, you could call it a robbery. I'm not saying I'm going to, but you could call it a robbery. Helena's fight was a robbery. I don't care. I'm going to say that straight now. It was not a split decision. And if it was for Chisora. He definitely won more rounds. I'm not having that. Robert Helene just robbed Dereck Chisora. It's because it was over there. Yeah, that was one of the worst ones in heavyweight for the last 10, 15 years. But then you got to think, Chisora's only lost to really pretty great fighters or pretty great in their time. So Hay was in his prime when he beat Chisora. Vitaly Klitschko was a beast and basically would still be a beast even today, I think, given his age now. Dillian White with that punch, as Ruiz might say, was from the gods. That was a great punch. And then he was robbed by Helenius. Close fight with Kabiel, and then close fight with Pulev. But I'd say yeah, Pulev and Kabiel did beat him, so I'd say obviously give them as losses. But Helenius was not a loss; that was a win. But then when you look at David Price, Kuzmin beat him up, Povetkin sparked him, Tony Thompson sparked him. He did look a lot better than Dave Allen. I don't know if that's because we all bigged up Dave Allen, like I probably did myself as well, because after the Lucas Brown fight, I don't know why, I did think Dave Allen would walk through him. I know that sounds so silly, because obviously Tony Yoka made Dave Allen look silly, and so obviously did Dillian White. But I don't know why, maybe I just bought into all the Matchroom hype and the Twitter. Maybe Dave Allen isn't as good as we thought, or maybe David Price has still got something to prove. I don't know, we'll see in this fight, I guess. It's hard to do boxing math, same as MMA math, it doesn't really work like that. But I did think Dave Allen was going to walk through him, which is a bit silly, I guess, thinking about it now. I said, if you watch the video, I said, oh, maybe Price might KO him with some power, but I actually thought Allen might outbox him, which is crazy when you think about it in terms of the Olympic pedigree. And Chisora, Price was he bronze medalist, I think? I think he's a bronze medalist in the 08 Olympics. He was definitely Olympian of some sort anyway. But yeah, maybe we just bigged up Dave Allen too much. But in this fight, here's what I think will happen. I think Price will be clever. He'll try and box for a little bit. He might get some success with a jab, but I think Chisora's going to be too much. He looks so fit in terms of his stamina now, his fitness. He's more shredded. His body fat's lower. He looks strong in the last couple of fights. Obviously, he's not training under Dave Caldwell, which could be an issue, basically because he was just finding it hard to travel from, I believe it's London. So he's going from London to Sheffield, was it? And he's just, obviously, it's quite a big commute. So if you do that, what you either do is one of two things. You either stay up there for the whole camp, which is, what, 6 to 12 weeks? Let's say 8 to 12 weeks. So yeah, either 2 months or 3 months, you stay up there, come back in onto London on the weekend, which I think you might have done first time or a couple, 2 times. Or second thing is you bring Caldwell down here. Caldwell also trains Jordan Gill, Anthony Fowler, a lot of other boxers, so it's not really possible for him right now to come down to London, and obviously Chisora can't go up there. So as funny as it was, some people didn't believe it was logistical reasons. It really was logistical reasons. So I'm not sure who's training him. I don't think it's John Charles. People are saying David Hay, but David Hayes already said he won't be in a corner. He'll be in a corner, but he won't be his corner man. Basically, looks like it is David Hay, but we'll find out later this week, I guess. But yeah, that being said, I still think you don't need an overly complicated or complex game plan to beat David Price. You want to pressure him, you want to put the pressure on, you want to tire him out, because against Kash Ali, in that weird biting instance, in that weird fight, basically Price was tiring out. I think it was round 6, was it round 5 or 6? You can see Price was actually tiring. Chisora is miles above anyone like that, and he's got the fitness and the stamina. I think Chisora will put the pressure on. I think Price will come out, try and jab him for a first round or 2. I think Price might have success early on, maybe round 1, round 2. I think by round 3, Chisora's pressure will pay. He's going to get he's going to drop some big bombs. He's going to drop some hooks. I reckon he's going to do some uppercuts. He's going to do some crosses. He's going to change up his repertoire. I think he's been training, if you've watched his videos on Instagram and stuff like that, he's been trying some new things. I think his pressure will tell. And I think Chisora's going to get a TKO against David Price. I'm saying round 6. Round 6, Dereck Chisora wins, TKO against the ropes, or his boxing, but I think against the ropes, and yes, the referee stoppage, round 8. What do you guys think? Let me know if you guys think the same, or if you completely disagree. That's all good. All is fair in the boxing prediction game. Let me know what you guys think. Cheers, guys.